Okay, so this will be a tutorial on the hard rain event skip here. So to start off, show off the propane spawn locations. We have this one. We have this one here can be a propane. This can be a propane or an oxygen tank. All of the propane spawns can also be oxygen tanks. We have this one here. We have 4 spawns along here. All of these could be propane. We have 4 spawns here as well. They can spawn here. They can spawn here. They can spawn here. And they can also spawn here and here. Okay, so now to start. So first is the slow drop method, which involves dropping the propane over the edge, falling down, and then shooting the propane when you fall. Personally, I'm not much of a fan of this because if you miss, or if like a common hits you, or you're just in a rush, it's very hard to do when you're under pressure and trying not to troll. So, yeah, there's not really much I have to say about this other than you literally just fall down and do that. Don't throw it because it'll bounce, which makes it harder to do. But yeah, so that's the slow drop. Okay, so now for the fast drop, I'm going to do a demonstration here, and then I'm going to explain why this looks stupid. So, as you can see, I just had to shoot way below the propane.
Where you all at?
It's very counterintuitive, and that's caused by lerp, or interpolation. And so basically what lerp does is it lags the models of everything behind the hitbox by however many milliseconds as defined by cvar cl_interp. So this affects the propane tank, it affects survivor AI, or your teammates rather, not AI. Affects the common infected and the special infected, which makes dead stopping harder because the hitbox is so desynced from the model. So what you can do is you can go cl_interp 0.05. That sets it to 50 milliseconds. Now this change won't save to your config, so you have to put this in an auto exec to make it save on every restart. Hello, me from the future and also the daytime. Make sure when you do this, you also set cl_interp ratio to 1, because by default, if it's set to 2, the setting interp to 0.05 doesn't do anything, which is something I forgot about because I have it in my auto exec, which you'll need to make it quote-unquote permanent, as well as cl_interp. So yeah. Yeah, if you set it to 50 milliseconds, then now I'm going to jump, throw the propane tank, shoot, and I can shoot right into propane, and it just works. So yeah, I would highly recommend doing this, because it just makes the game so much better. Because, trust me, being able to shoot or shove when you actually see the special infected rather than having to predict it way beforehand is so much better. So anyways, on to explaining now. So there's a few ways you can do this. Basically, I'm just going to try to explain how I do this, which is jumping, then throwing, and then shooting. You don't have to shove, that it just allows you to shoot sooner if you need to for some reason, but for doing it with the jumping method, it's not necessary to shove. So jump, throw, shoot. That's it. Now, you see there I threw before I jumped, so then the propane flew beneath me. Don't do that. Always make sure that you jump and then throw. And you want to aim up a little bit, not too much. Now, you can optimize this slightly by not jumping. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw, and then maybe like 10th quarter of a second after I throw, I'm going to right click so I shove and cancel the shotgun pulling out animation, because the shove animation is shorter than the shotgun pull out animation. And then I'm going to shoot. So I just save a little bit of time because I'm in the air for less, since I didn't jump. But yeah, it's like absolutely vital that you like wait to right click just a little bit, because if you try to click really close to the other, you're not going to shove, and you're going to die because you're going to just hit the thing. So you won't be able to shoot it in time. So now onto oxygen tank. Now this is kind of something that you shouldn't rely on because it can be inconsistent, since this basically relies on getting good RNG spread with your shotgun pellets. You'll have better chances of doing this with the spaz rather than the normal auto shotgun because the spread on this is tighter and it shoots less pellets but deals the same amount of damage. But basically you're going to want to jump and throw up and shoot. The angle at which you throw is kind of important because otherwise it gets too far away from you too quickly. There I got it, but my shot was tick perfect for when it exploded. See, there is way too far away.
Where you all at?
So this is kind of sensitive to timing and how you throw it and stuff. It's not very consistent. It's basically impossible with the normal pump shotgun because the spread is so wide. But it's very consistent with the chrome shotgun because the spread is so tight. As you can see. So yeah, that's basically it. And then there's two backups you can do. First is throwing a bile down here.
Grab and puke. Incoming.
A ton of commons are going to run here. And basically, once you have a decent amount here, you can just walk off and land on their heads. Yeah, you're going to be really low in health, so make sure that you have pills, otherwise you're going to be fucked. Let me just do that real quick. Also get rid of this tank that just magically spawned. So none of the comms are here. I guess they're all fucking up here because this game is great. Yeah, you see there I have 44 health, so make sure you have a lot of health if you're going to do this. I definitely have pills, otherwise you're basically fucked. Now there is another option, which is crouch hop. Being harassed right now. Why is this spitter sound not playing? The crouch hop goes something like this. If you don't run into the side of the elevator. I believe you can land a little higher, not take so much damage. But basically, you want to land and then not take so much fall damage like I just did. It's not really something I recommend going for, especially for beginners, because you're not going to hop that consistently. See, this is better. Didn't take nearly as much fall damage, and then I can edge my way down. Hello, me from the future again. It's also possible to do this by simply taking an adrenaline and then jumping around and landing. You need to have a lot of HP to survive that drop, obviously, like you need 88. It's also possible to land high up, although I suck at it because, yeah. But yeah, you can see here, I just landed high up, so now you can just edge your way down. And you'd only need 7 HP to survive there. But yeah, that's just another way you can do it. Requires adrenaline. Now here I'm going to show the method for last stand update. So this is going to be the only method that you can do in last stand, at least until the death barrier gets removed, which will hopefully be done someday, if they can fix the elevator to not break if someone skips the event on their own. So yeah, first you need to start by killing the bots completely in this safe room, so that way they will respawn later on. I'm just gonna fly here. I'm lazy, and they'll respawn it. You want to take them out of this closet. I'm just gonna respawn them, and then warp them here for the sake of time, and kill the switch. But basically, long story short, they will make their way up here. You might want to babysit them a bit, but you're going to walk off the edge here. Don't hang, hold spacebar. Yeah, you're going to walk off, land on this, and they're going to come to this, and then they will eventually warp to you, pick you up, and then you can just kill them, and then go about your day. And that's how you skip this TLS, at least until the death barrier gets removed, which may happen someday. So yeah, that's it.